everybody, welcome back to Over Speed Shop on this nice brisk morning here in southwestern Oklahoma. Today I'm going to be working on the Camaro. It's been acting kind of weird, like it runs and drives fine, but when I shut it off and it sits for a little bit after I've been driving for a while, it doesn't want to start. So I'm going to check that out. I'm going to check fuel pressure and see if we got a leaky injector, because it kind of sounds like it's hydrolocking, almost like it's dumping fuel. So I'm going to check that out, and that's what I'm going to take you along with me. So stand by and enjoy the video. All right, so if y'all have been part of the channel before, for a while, you've seen this car a couple of times and it's kind of highlighted and I really talk about working on it. If it's your first time here, this is my son's 2000 Camaro. It's a 3.8 liter V6, 5-speed manual, so that's pretty cool. And basically, what I'm looking here, it's been having issues with it, having a hard time with a hot start. So basically, if I drive someplace, park it, and go in, do my business, do whatever, and come back out, it has a hard time starting, almost like it's flooded. So what basically we're going to do is start out by checking the fuel pressure. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so I got my fuel pressure gauge here. Go ahead and uncap the fuel rail. And let's get this thing installed so we can test the fuel pressure. Okay, so let's zoom in on that. And the duck is out there. All right, I think we can all see that now. Hopefully it zooms in a little bit better. Focuses. So I'm going to turn the key on, see where the pressure goes, see what happens. Okay, as we see, it shot right up to 50, and it looks like it's leaking down. So let's go ahead and turn it off, because it's prime now. So if that starts to leak down, that tells me we got a leak someplace. So we're just watching that. And it actually looks like it's holding pressure. Nope, it's definitely dropping. I'll get you in here a little closer and see if we can focus on it a little better. Okay, I don't know if you can tell or not, but started out around 50 and it's kind of dropped a little bit, but it's hard to say. I might pull the Schrader valve off just to see. No, it's definitely dropping a little bit at a time. So let me go ahead and drain that. Okay, I'm going to turn the key one more time. All right, so that's shot up to 45. I got to check to see what the actual, let me start it up and see what it does when it's running. So the operating pressure is showing about 45, and it's very shaky. So I need to do some research and look that up and see what the pressure's supposed to be. That gets to getting close to 60 on LT1s and LSs. So let me pull that up and see. All right, let me go do some research and see what that's supposed to be. So as you can see, it's been about 15 minutes and it's bled down all the way to 20. So we definitely have a leak somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge the system again. I'm going to pull spark plugs out and check them, see if there's any wet ones. And from that point on, I'll test the fuel lines. I'll do a pressure test to the pump by pinching off the lines of the return. And I can also check the return. The fuel pressure regulator seems to be working fine. It's not leaking. So I checked that already. So basically, I just need to see if there's any wet spark plugs, and maybe that's where our problem's at. So let's get on to that. right, so I pulled the spark plugs out, and out of all of them, this one here, which is number 3, seems to be the, no, that's not it. That's it. 1. It seems like they're all dried now, but they all kind of seem like they have fuel on them. So this side wasn't nearly as bad, except for that, except for number 2. So it seems like number 2 and number 1 seem to be the worst, but it's really not conclusive. So I think I need to actually pull the injectors, which sucks, but we'll see. All right, it's been a couple days since I actually worked on this, so where we left off at was we're losing oil or fuel pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the fuel rails and see if I can see any leakage, see if that maybe cause it to be the issue. In order to do that, I'm going to remove the coils. Yep, at least the spark plug wires. I'm not going to do it with the wires, but I'll just remove all the wires. I'm trying out my new heater too. So first, not doing anything to keep my fingers warm though. So I don't know how well it's going to work. All right, so we go ahead and pull the coil off there and then pull the fuel rails and see if we can find a leaky fuel injector. So let's get to it. We got the fuel rails pulled out now, as you can see. I can get you down in here, see how the fuel injectors are out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and energize it and see if any of them are dripping or leaking. I should just pressurize the pump. Yeah, let's do that. So you can take the fuel pump and I can bypass it and jumper it so it just runs. So let's do that. Go ahead and jumper from that pin to that pin. It should fire up the fuel pump. Let's try it out. All right, so if I just jump this right here, and the fuel pump kick on, I'm looking for fuel leaks. Nothing there, nothing there. Give it a break. Go around the other side. All looks dry to me. You don't see any fuel leaking. So that's good, so we don't have bad injectors. I'm going to conclude this video on the Camaro. I couldn't find a problem with the fuel. So next thing I'm going to look into is some electrical and maybe the wiring and maybe a charging system. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like down there. Leave me a comment. Let me know how I can do better. And subscribe. I like to see people now enjoying my videos. So let me know what I can do, what I can do better. So until next time, I will see you all later.